Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to come on, do a little YouTube. I know it's been a while and I apologize for that. A lot of stuff has been happening. I've been redoing my website. I've been working on myself and just working on my family. And of course, school is ending soon, so it's just been a little busy, but I apologize for that, but I'm back. So I wanted to give an update of what's happening. So I just want to talk about being in the moment, um, huge energy shifts that are coming through, okay? So we're going to be having the solstice come in June 20th to the 21st. So we're going to have huge energy shifts coming through. And what does that mean for us? So it means more awakenings, more people becoming awakened. That means that we are going to start being more conscious. The collective consciousness is waking up. So like I said, it involves us all being in the moment. And what does being in the moment mean? It means catching our thoughts. It means catching our thoughts from running away from us. Now, let me give you just an example of that. So today I was driving in the car and I was just thinking of I guess just my future and what my future looked like and what I thought it would look like. And then I had to stop myself. I said, wow, I go, what are we doing here? I'm like, the future hasn't even begun yet. And how can I create the future if I haven't been in the now? Okay. Because in order to create the future, we have to be in the now, right? So I said to myself, wow, I'm sitting here creating something that I don't even know what it looks like. I don't even know what it feels like. And let me tell you, when it comes, you're going to be shocked because whatever you thought was going to be there is going to be totally different. How many times do we sit here and we imagine what things are going to be and they don't even come into fruition? For instance, another example, let's say you're going to have a dinner party and you're going to have a bunch of relatives over and possibly you're going to have to meet with this person or a friend and like you're excited about telling them about your job or whatever it is. And you're like, I'm going to tell them this, I'm going to tell them that, I'm going to tell them how great it is, I'm going to tell them, all this information. And it turns out that it doesn't even go like that. That person doesn't even ask you about your job, or that person doesn't even acknowledge that you have a job, whatever it might be. It never happens the way we sit here and like portray this whole thing. It never works out the way we set it up in our minds. So the point is, why bother doing that? Why bother putting that out into the universe when it doesn't need to be there? Okay. The only thing we need to do is live in the moment. We need to take in what's happening right then and there because we cannot create the future. And this is what a lot of people do. A lot of people sit there and they try and create things that are not even apparent at that point in time. For instance, they'll start getting anxiety. You're thinking so much that you're actually causing anxiety in your body. And this anxiety actually leads to, over time, sicknesses, cancers, high blood pressure, whatever it might be, but it just does not need to be there. So that's why we need to be in the moment. So this is why this is so important. And I would be lying to you if I tell you that I'm in the moment like all the time. I'm not. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a skill that I work on every single minute of my life. It's definitely a skill. It's the one thing that I always tell people in my sessions, that they're not being in the moment, that they're sitting there, they're worrying about tomorrow, or they're worrying about the future, or they're worrying about what's to come. You cannot worry about what's to come. You can only create the future from right now. So we need to be very, very conscious of what we're putting out. Okay. It's all about being positive. It's all about listening to what we're saying, what we're putting out into the universe, how we're putting things out. For instance, but, using the word but. We don't use the word but. If we use the word but, it means we're in resistance. We don't want to be in resistance, okay? You want to use a different word than but, okay? We don't want to use the word, oh, I hope things are going to go, as planned. No, we don't want to use hope. It's also a negative word that keeps us pulled back into that third dimension. We want to use uplifting words, okay? We want to use powerful words that keep us in the higher vibration. Just remember, always vacillating back and forth from third to fifth to sixth to wherever you're going. We're always vacillating back and forth, but most of the time we want to be in fifth dimension, right? We don't want to be in the third dimension. It happens, we definitely go back and forth all day, depending on how our day is going or what kind of situations come into our field that day. I understand we all go through moments where we are pulled back into that third dimension, okay? But we have to stop what we're doing, realize we're being triggered for whatever reason, or we're being upset, or we're, whatever is happening. Don't pay too much mind to it, okay? Just let it go and just let yourself go up into that next vibration. You cannot let yourself just keep yourself down, and you cannot keep on like having that one thought that you're having that triggered you and just keep on running it in your mind, running in your head. You have to actually release it. For instance, let's say you're having a bad day at work and somebody comes up to you and says something to you, that wasn't nice, that really hurt your feelings or whatever it is. Let it go. Just let it go. Just realize you're being triggered. Don't play into it. Just let it go, because at the end of the day, if you keep on putting that in and keep on putting those emotions back into your field, it's just going to stay there. It's not going to leave, and you're creating more and more negativity to come your way, and you don't want that. We want to be in the higher timelines, right? So we don't want to do that. So like I said, this June 21st is a huge awakening coming. It is so important for us to all be in the moment. It's important for us to get rest when needed, because I feel like, there's going to be a lot of photonic light coming through as well. And it's going to make us groggy. It's going to make us sleepy. I know I've been feeling it. I've been tired. Last night, I couldn't wait to get into my bed and just rest and relax, because I've been doing a lot of soul work at night when I've been sleeping. So I really had to have that rest. I mean, I believe I went to bed at 8:00, and it was so funny. I actually woke up exhausted because I knew all night that, I was really doing a lot of work. But it's important for us to rest at this time. There's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of upgrades coming through. They're also sharing me that like a lot of people are going to be responding to the Christ light. There's just a lot of different energies coming through. So it's just important for us. And like I said, just staying in the moment is so important. And they're telling me that, we should not be, my higher self is telling me we should not be fixated on the messages, I guess, that, that are coming through, in the sense where, like, if somebody says something to you or something triggers you, don't be affected by it. They're also telling me that, we're going to be seeing a lot more sequence numbers. And I mean like 444, 111, 333, and when we see these numbers, these are activations coming through. So we should definitely recognize them. Another activation is the birthday number. So if you see the birthday number, like mine is 124, you see yours, coming on the clock or whatever, say, oh, birthday number is here, get all excited. But at this point in time, we just need to just be ourselves. We just need to be playful. We need to take that break when we want to. We need to go take a walk. We need to be in nature. We need to put our feet in the sand. I suggest at this point in time, like, really take in that time to just like do artwork. For me, it's horseback riding. I like to horseback ride. Some people like to run, some people like to do sports. Whatever makes you feel good at that point in time it's actually an activation for you. And also it's also we are activating freedom codes right now too. It's another thing that's coming through. So another thing is we're activating freedom codes, and there's just so much going on at this point in time, so much to be being released, so much things coming up that we need to really be in the moment, and we need to just let ourselves be. We need to relax. Like I said, it's okay to rest. It's okay to, whip out that art book when you're feeling like, hey, I want to do some art, or hey, I want to, whatever it might be that you like to do, play music, dance, whatever it is that gives you that expression to be yourself. You need to do that, because that is what is also raising a vibration. Okay, by us sitting here and really just giving into ourselves and giving into what is needed for our souls at this point in time is creating these higher timelines for us, putting us in the higher timeline, and also creating that activation. I know for me, I don't know about you, but I've been having a lot of cranial like activations. My head always feels like there's something going on with the crown. Comes and goes, but I like to just lay down when it comes and just relax and close my eyes and, and just breathe a little bit. Because sometimes the pain can be a little much, but once I do that, it's usually gone. Another thing is the heart center. Heart center is very important for us all to remember the heart center. So whenever you're feeling stressed, I just want you to close your eyes. Okay. I want you to bring your consciousness down into your heart center. Okay. And I want you to breathe. And I just want you to stay there for a minute. Okay. Because once we close our eyes, we bring our consciousness down to the heart center. There is no more ego. There is no more judgment. There is no more anything. So the minute you feel like, oh, wow, I'm getting, everything's going out of control, or you're not sure about a decision or whatever it is, just close your eyes, take a few minutes. Okay. Just get into the heart center, breathe, and you will find the answer. Now, I know that this takes a little practice, in the beginning, it might not be easy for you, but, once you start to do it more and more and more, you're going to really hear that higher self. Okay. The higher self whispers, the ego is like, it yells, it sits there, and it makes you like, I want to say like, in the sense where it's almost like it puts out your chest like a rooster. You think of a rooster, how they put out their chest and like, I'm big, I'm this and that. That's what the ego is. Okay. The ego is sitting there. It wants to argue with everybody. It wants to sit here and it wants to be the best. It wants to just do. It doesn't think, it just wants to do. Okay. So we don't want to do that. We want to act in the highest timelines, and we want to make good choices. Okay. So that's very important, being in the heart center. At the end of the day, that's where everything is. Everything is within inside us. I feel like, have you ever seen the movie Dorothy? You always had the red slippers. Well, that's the same thing with the heart center. It's always within you. Okay. Everything is within you. Your whole universe is within you. So just remember that, and always go into that heart center, because that's where everything is. Everything's in the heart. We no longer do anything outside the body. Everything's within. It's also important to just remember that, we're all part of each other. Okay. We're all part of each other. We're all one with the law of one. Okay. Everything's with us. We're all the law of one. Okay. So thank you for listening. Have a great day. I will hopefully be online making another video in the next couple of weeks or so, but I really appreciate you taking your time out to listen. If you have any questions or comments, please subscribe. For some reason, YouTube, this is the way it works. To connect with more users, you have to actually like, or you have to subscribe. So, all right, thank you very much.